This is your favorite podcaster, Romina, and you just tuned in to rmpodcastfl. Hello, my beautiful people. It's your favorite podcaster, drumroll, Romina. It is Tuesday. There will be a new episode today, you guys. But instead of actually having a guest speaker today, we are doing something slightly different. I posted an article on connectwithromina.com at the beginning of the month where I write about flipping the penny for someone else. But the way that the article is written, it just kind of teaches us how to be thankful and grateful for everything that we have in our lives. Therefore, since it is Thanksgiving week, and it is the week that we gain 15 pounds, or, try to lose the 15 pounds we got during quarantine. I don't know. It's a confusing times to live nowadays. But anyways, since it is Thanksgiving around the corner, which will be in like 2 days, I actually wanted to go ahead and read this article to you guys, but also remind you to make sure you subscribe to connectwithromina.com to make sure you do not miss out our online course that is coming soon, you guys. The online course, it is the best course out there for all the entrepreneurs and all people that work in sales, and it will teach you step by step how to go through the sales funnel and turn a lead into a sale or turn a lead into a contract or however you want to approach that. But it will teach you step by step all the tactics, all the methods, and it will be a combination of all my sales experience. That this comes from auto sales, this comes from business to customer sales, the fancy word for door-to-door sales. This comes from inside sales, and this comes from all my consulting experience. So definitely an online course you do not want to miss. We actually did a pilot with this with the negotiation club based in London, and they love it. And one of the members actually, the very next session, he said he was able to get 2 new contracts just by using the method that I was able to teach on the course. So definitely stay tuned. That course, it is launching soon, you guys. Again, to do so is connectwithromina.com. And my name is spelled Romina. So connectwithromina.com. Go ahead and subscribe there. And also remember, if you're listening to us through Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast platform you get your podcast juice from, but especially if you're listening to this from Apple Podcasts, please go ahead and give us a 5-star. 5. Perfect. Did you do it yet? Okay, don't forget to also write a really, really amazing review and tell us how one episode has helped you so far, or even multiple episodes. If you are one of our regular listeners, thank you, super duper thank you for being loyal to our podcast. We always strive and we always try to bring new and informative episodes to you guys. I definitely try to stay as diverse as possible because, yes, this podcast, it is to help you overcome professional and life obstacles. And as much as we try to separate those two sometimes, it's just kind of not possible because we are one person at the end of the day. But without losing any time, we will go ahead and dive into today's episode, which will talk about flipping the penny for someone else. So let's get to it. Okay, let me ask you something. When was the last time you found a heads-up penny on the floor? You might say, it's been a while, Romina, which I get it since we just went through a full lockdown and slowly reopening up to a normal life, or as normal as we can get to this point. The reason why I'm asking you this is because I overheard a conversation at the grocery store the other day. The person next to me was on the phone with someone and said that she had a terrible week. But she found a penny heads up, so that cheered her up a lot, and she was feeling a lot better that day. As silly and small as that sounds, this lady's day was made a lot better because of finding a penny heads up. Now, my brain works a little differently, as we all know. My first thought that came out of this was, Romina, from now on, every time you see a tail penny on the floor, you're going to flip it. Maybe you'll make somebody's day. I know I'm not the only one that has done this at some point. Even though I feel like as I'm cheating the system, it makes me feel good knowing somebody is going to find a heads-up penny. So, when you find a penny heads up, it's good luck. But tails, it's bad luck. But when I flip the penny from tails to heads up, I also feel as I'm flipping off my bad luck ignoring the negative energy, and always looking at things from a positive perspective. Why is it that a heads-up penny makes us happy? At the end of the day, it's just a penny. If I was to offer you $100 or a penny, I bet you'd take the $100 bill and look at me crazy thinking, of course I'm taking the $100 bill. Well, even though the higher amount of the money does sound better, I think the fact that a penny can make us happy unexpectedly for a moment or even make our day, it's meaningful. For years now, people believe in the theory of heads-up penny brings you good luck. I think this should bring us all back to the small details and the happy moments of our life. If a small value of a penny can cheer you up, can you imagine how much happier you would be if you appreciate the small things in life a lot more? Why don't we program our brains to practice gratitude more often and show appreciation for the small details in our lives? Think about it. What are some small details that you've been ignoring recently? But without them, you would feel a little incomplete. Grab a pen and a paper and write them down. Go as far as sharing them with your loved ones or your colleagues. If it's work-related, why not? You might be surprised what conversations this list might spark and how many meaningful conversations you might end up having from it. Now, going back to the tails penny. If you find one on the floor, go ahead and flip it. That might not have been your luck, but you can prepare a happy moment for the next person. At the end of the day, it's not about just a penny. It's about our lives, our sad and happy moments. If we are having bad luck while working on a contract, on a relationship, or a friendship, that penny might have not been for you to begin with. So maybe it's better to flip it and let it free to bring good luck to the next person. A popular proverb says, "One man's trash is another man's treasure." But I want to change that to, one person's bad luck is another person's good luck. There are trillions of chances out in the world, and we have 7.8 billion people on this planet. So if we all genuinely flip our bad luck to someone else's good luck, good karma will come our way. Do not forget, when you do good, you find good.